Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Schifferbooks.com is the website here on the side. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle Cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Alright. Yep. And the website is rockpoolpublishing.com.au is an apple, use an umbrella. I also use dice. I have a 22-sided dice. I substitute 22 for 0 for the Fool. And I use a 14-sided dice for the Minor Arcana, and I use a 4-sided dice to choose the element. This is where they came from. I want to say this is Math Art Fun, the dice shop, mathartfun.com. Hopefully you can read that if you want to read that. Alright. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's james4astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much, and let's get into your reading. Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. This reading is valid for whenever you watch it. Let's see what we have for Aquarius. I don't know why my brain just stalled. That was that. Just stalled. What? Okay. 2 face down cards. What do we have for Aquarius? This situation came out of nowhere is what I'm getting. Came out of nowhere. This has happened before. Came out of nowhere, and this has happened before. Okay. And you're not willing to give in this time. Okay. Happened before, it came out of nowhere. The same type of situation, if not the same. Somebody else having plans, but not sharing those plans. Alright, so it's almost like, for example, if you had a job. And it's almost like having a good job one day, being laid off the next. You come in and you're like, nope, we're not doing this anymore, everybody's done. Nothing to be done. Here's your last paycheck and have a good life. It's almost like that's happening again. Or it's kind of like, being in a relationship, seeming like everything's fairly okay. All of a sudden, somebody leaves. They've been planning it the whole time and they're just gone. And this is happening again. Something like that where it's just like, it's a shock when it happens. And I'm not getting the impression that you really care for it. Well, we got more energy coming up in a minute, but things change really fast, though. And this is more about, once it's over, it's like, what do I do now? And there's a lot of possibilities in front of you, and it does give you the ability to make choices that are more, literally healthy, I think is the word that's on here. So it's kind of like a mystery, but also kind of like, all right, I have to make a different choice, and I can make a better choice. Clearly, the one that just whatever happened here was not as good as I thought. It's strange to me that you keep getting caught off guard, but it seems like both times, it's not that you weren't expecting maybe a possibility, but it's just like, it's kind of like, reminds me of like working at a corporate situation. It's kind of like, oh, I knew that they were considering maybe shutting this location down. I did not expect to walk in and be handed my paycheck, my last paycheck. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. This is a weird start. Four of Wands, letting go, and the Lover's card going turning upside down. So it's like, I feel like there's things things about this go to my benefit. I'm not liking how it happened, though. I feel like that's kind of how I'm seeing this. Things about this are going to my benefit, not liking how this is happening, though. That's okay. This is why I was getting that ending. The Death card, I must have seen it without realizing I seen it, because that's what I've been talking to the whole time. Something ending, this has happened before, but it's kind of like this isn't going to, like, rule me. And I feel like I might need to talk this out with some other people. I might have to, like, kind of figure out, like, how did I end up in this situation again? This is ridiculous. There's support around you is what I'm getting from the Ascended Masters. Yeah, Ascended Masters. There is support around you for this situation to move forward. And I feel like this isn't the worst situation. I feel like you've been through worse things. But it's more like I'm not happy with how it just kind of happened. I'm not happy how it happened. And I have a lot of thoughts on the situation, but I'm not sure what really I can do with these thoughts at the same time. These two energies together, like a lot of thought, but like maybe not so much action. This is the thought, this is the action. A lot of thoughts, but not a lot I can do about it at this point. It's kind of like once the car has been in a crash, I can figure out like why it happened and all this other stuff, and I can hypothesize about all that stuff, but it's too late. It's already happened. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't think we need to go down that 50 times, but it is frustrating is what I'm getting, but it's also kind of like, well, all right, where am I going to go now? Because now it's like, I can't sit here for very long. I'm not going to sit here and dwell on it. I need to move forward. What am I going to do? I need to kind of look at my plans and look at where I want to be and just kind of make a quick decision to kind of start moving forward. Like, I can't just sit here. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like if I was camping out in the wilderness and a bear came and took my tent and all my supplies. I can't just sit here and cry about it. It's going to be dark soon. I have to find some place to stay for the night and then make a plan to keep moving so that I can stay safe and get myself to a better situation. I got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. Got to keep doing. That's okay. But there's the environment. Let's see where the environment is going, because I'm not really convinced that's to your benefit, but it could be. They're good cards, but all right. The World coming in. The Knight of Wands. The Devil and the Knight of Pentacles. This feels like a contract to me. Feels very much like a contract. Okay, this explains this more. See, I'm not sure this goes completely to your benefit, but like to get yourself into the next situation and move on from the last, somebody wants to kind of like bind you into something. They feel like you're a great fit, but they want insurance that you're going to stay. Comes in very fast. No, this part doesn't. The first part is fast. This part is not fast. Something new, a possibility coming your way. But these were face down. So I feel like whatever it is, there's a new situation coming your way to replace what left. But they're going to want to tie you to it. They're going to like bind you to it so you can't get out. This is what this reading is about. To know that this is the direction they're heading. Because this is face down to start with. You don't see this coming right off the bat. I feel like this is somebody's ulterior motive that's going to take you a minute to realize that that's what they're doing. Although if you're looking for it, you'll find it a lot quicker. If you're suspecting that might be the situation, you'll find it a lot quicker. And I feel like that's partly what this reading is also trying to do, kind of like look out for it. See if it's there. And if it's there, decide if you want that or not. Because I feel like what they're saying is like be careful with this new situation coming in. Do not just go forward thinking, well, we'll see where it goes. I'll give it a chance. We'll see what happens. For some reason, I'm getting like this is what... It feels like this is good for you, but I'm getting this is somebody's kind of trying to lure you into something. What they're saying to do, keep your autonomy. Keep your individual energy going. Slow this down. Make sure this is on your terms. And make sure that whatever you have is what you want. Don't go along with somebody just to get along with them. Because I feel like whatever this is, it seems like I feel like I need to a little bit. I feel like I kind of need to go along with what somebody else wants just so that, because I don't really want the issues. I don't really want the problems right now. I feel like I'm recovering from the change. They're saying don't relax at this point. This is not a moment to relax. Make sure that you hold things back, slow things down. Don't go into anything too quickly. Because I feel like somebody's making this really easy for you to get comfortable and to get connected to this situation, to get deeper into it. Before you know it, you might get stuck. They're saying take it slowly, hold back, keep yourself, disconnected from it as much as you can without causing problems for yourself, of course. If you're able to do that successfully, this will pop up sooner rather than later. It's just a question of, is it going to be you feeling this way, or is it going to be them feeling this way? If you hold it back and you slow down, I feel like that's going to trigger somebody, and they're going to get very upset with that. The Ten of Swords is devastation, and this is the 10, yeah? Yeah. It's better that they have that Ten of Swords than you feeling like, uh-oh. For example, maybe I got stuck with somebody, and I for some reason invested money into this house, and my name is on this house with them, and now I'm like, I actually don't want to be with them, and now they're causing a lot of problems. They won't let me sell the house, so it's becoming an issue. It's better that, they're unhappy versus you're unhappy, because you're moving on from something pretty quickly. Something else is trying to tie you into it. Hold it off. Hold it off. Hold it off. Don't get tied into anything. Something's trying to lock you in. Be careful. It's better that they feel this energy rather than you. If you're able to hold it off, I do get that you'll be a lot happier. Success will come back pretty quickly. Whatever this situation that's coming up next, it's supposed to be temporary, but it might not be if they kind of get their claws in you. So be careful. I don't know how they're doing that, but they might find some way to get tied into you. If it's a business situation, I don't know if there's a contract or if they're giving people the impression, I don't know what's going on here. If it's a business situation, they're somehow getting their claws in you where it's very hard for you to move away from it. If you stay back and you just don't get too deeply involved, it's easier for you to move on. This next situation is supposed to be temporary. You have better things coming up. This is just like a moment for you to gather yourself and decide what you want to go on to what you really want. If they do get their claws into you, it will end anyway, but it's not as easy. It feels like I don't feel as empowered as I should be. I feel like I have to wait for things to go in my favor. There might be something legal I have to sort out. It seems like that's where it might go. Remember, this is a general reading. Take it with a grain of salt. But you could have some legal issues going on here to where you're like, I didn't have to go this way, and now I have to sort through that to get untied from this. So it's this is trying to give you that heads up, if you can stay detached from it, you won't have to deal with that. And things go back in your favor a lot quicker. Again, this next situation is temporary. It's not meant to be permanent. You might need a moment to really make that decision whether you want it to be temporary or permanent. But, at least if you stay and hold back, it'll be easier for you to okay, this is not something I want to keep. Move on a lot easier rather than getting tied into something you never wanted to be tied to. Again, it's better that they have this card. It's better that they have that feeling than you. Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.